In early October 2024, Hurricane Milton shocked meteorologists with its rapid intensification. With winds reaching 175 miles per hour, Milton ravaged Florida's west coast. One Tampa resident, Melissa Carter, recalls the terrifying moments before Milton's landfall.
We had less than 24 hours to prepare. The winds were howling outside like nothing I've ever heard. When the surge came, it felt like the whole house was lifted.
Melissa and her family evacuated just in time, staying in a nearby shelter.
We were lucky, but when we returned, our house was gone.
Melissa said, choking back tears. Milton's storm surge, reaching up to 12 feet, submerged parts of Tampa and other coastal towns, causing widespread destruction. Number 2. Hurricane Patricia made headlines in 2015 for its record-breaking wind speeds of 215 miles per hour. Though Mexico took the brunt of Patricia's landfall, its remnants reached Texas, causing massive flooding. Brandon Jones, a Texas native, remembers watching in disbelief as floodwaters rose in Houston.
We thought the worst was over when it hit Mexico, but when the rains came here, the water just kept rising. It was scary being trapped inside while the water crept into the house. My family and I had to climb onto the roof, waiting for rescue.
Patricia's flash floods wreaked havoc, but rescue efforts saved thousands, including Brandon and his family. Number 3. Hurricane Andrew tore through South Florida in August 1992, leaving utter devastation in its wake. 12-year-old Carlos Gonzalez, living in Homestead, Florida, had his life forever changed by the storm.
The wind sounded like a freight train. I'll never forget the night the roof ripped off our house. We ran to the bathroom, the only place left standing.
Andrew's ferocious winds, reaching 175 miles per hour, demolished homes and uprooted trees. Carlos and his family survived by huddling in a bathtub for hours.
We came out in the morning and everything was gone, but we were alive, and that was what mattered.
For many like Carlos, Andrew was more than just a hurricane. It was a life-altering event that reshaped entire communities.
Number 4. Hurricane Camille struck Mississippi with 190-mile-per-hour winds, causing massive destruction. I remember the night of August 17, 1969, when Camille made landfall. The sky was black, and you could feel the air pressure dropping. It was like nature was holding its breath before unleashing hell. We were trapped on the second floor, watching everything get washed away. My neighbor's house was there 1 minute, gone the next. Neighbor's house.
When the waters finally receded, Bill Hardy realized how lucky they had been to survive while many others perished in the flooding. Camille's storm surge and inland flooding led to over 250 deaths, but survivors like Bill held on to the hope that they could rebuild.
Number 5. The Labor Day hurricane of 1935 remains the most intense hurricane to strike the U.S. mainland. We heard it was coming, but no one could have predicted this. The wind was so strong, it felt like the whole world was being torn apart. My family and I survived by sheltering in a small crawl space under our home. When it was over, we emerged to find everything washed away. The island was gone. There were bodies everywhere, veterans who had been working on the railroad. It was the worst thing I've ever seen.
The storm took the lives of over 400 people, many of whom were veterans working on construction projects. These hurricanes, while devastating, offer profound lessons on survival, resilience, and the strength of the human spirit. Survivors like Melissa, Brandon, Carlos, Bill, and Ted remind us that even in the face of nature's fury, hope and community endure.